Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 video. And on this video, I'm going to be showing the fourth level from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, which is called ALCATRAZ. Now as always, I have a very particular way of going about doing these levels. I always start by collecting the stat points first, then allocating them. After this, I start by working my way down from collect skate until I have all of those goals taken care of. Then I move on to the scoring goals, and then finally the rest of the collectibles on the level. So, without any further ado, let's do this. Right then, the first of the 4 stat points is by turning to your left at the beginning, going through that tunnel, and then you will see the first one right there. Now, from here, it's just following the route that I'm taking here, up this hill. When you get to the very top, second stat point, you can see quite easily. So it's just an ollie, followed by a grind. Now, the third one, I need to get to the roof section for, and you just go through that area there and it transports you up to where you need to be. Now, yep, the start point is up there, but I made a bit of a mess of that one there, but that's no problem. I just take the time to get the line a bit better this time and job done. Now, the last one, in order to get down to this area, look for a section up in the roof where there's a gap. That gap there, just drop down, and then another drop down onto this section. Now, this one is a tad trickier than the rest. You need to start by doing quite a high jump in order to get onto a section where you need to grind. From here, then you're looking to get another jump onto another grind, and there we go. That is all 4 stat points now obtained. And of course, I always make sure to allocate these before moving on to the goals. Right then, on to this skate goal. You start off by going through this area, then this area, and then stopping right there. A lot of grinding to be done here, but this can be done quite quickly. Start with the S, a jump, followed by another grind to get the K. The A is at the very end there. Another grind, followed by a jump in order to get the T. And then finally, the E at the end is right there. And that's it, job done. Right, nose grind the foghorn rail. At the start, turn to the left, through the tunnel, and once you get to this section, you're looking to make your way over to the corner. Already I can see the foghorn up there. And the move on the PlayStation 5 is triangle and up. If you're on the Xbox, that will be the Y button and up in order to get the job done. And that's it, that's all you have to do. Right then, Photobomb 3 groups of tourists. Right at the start, stop your skater, turn around, and do a jump over onto the other side onto that boat. That is the hardest group to find by far. Took me a while to find out where they were, but the other two, not a problem. Through this tunnel now, turn to the left, and the second group of tourists are right up here. There we go, job done. Now, the last group of tourists are up here on the second highest level. So, in order to get to this particular spot, again, just head up this hill section here. And when you get to that section, stop, turn around, head up here, and there we go. That is the last group of tourists right there. Right, spine transfer into the water tower. At the start, turn to the left, go through that tunnel, then go through there, then turn to the right. and the water tower is right up here. But this is a two-parter because you've first got to drain that second section, and you simply do this by going into a grind. You will knock that wheel and that will drain that second section. So once you've got that done, you just need to make sure that the jump into the water tower is a spine transfer, which you do with the R2 button on the PlayStation 5. And that's it, job done. Right then, on to release the prisoner. And in order to get this task completed, you need to find and knock over 5 wheelie bins. The first one is right up here. And even if you do this in a different order to what I'm doing, it's always the same result. It's only when you knock over the 5th bin that you find the keys before being able to release a prisoner. So once you get up to this section up here, the second wheelie bin is just right over there, so I'm just going to do a grind to get that one. Just following this area round the way it takes you. The next one up here again, another grind takes care of that. Now, the 4th wheelie bin is just at the top of this hill section here. You don't even need to do a grind for that one. And the last of these wheelie bins is right up here. Now, once you've found the last one, you're just looking to head over to this section here, and that is it. Job done.
Thanks, Pro Skater.
Okay, on to the secret tape, and very important, the goal, release the prisoner, must first be completed before attempting to find the secret tape, because you need this area open, and until you've completed that goal, it's permanently locked. But from here, I'm looking to get that special bar up to the max. Then I'm looking to do a jump just to get onto this section, and the secret tape is just outside right here. So just a jump from here followed by a grind, and that will get the job done nicely. Right then, on to the scoring goals, and the only one that I'm actually interested in terms of the number is for the 6th score every time. It's 175,000 points for this level, but if you take care of that, you take care of everything else, because the rest of the scores are much lower. Now, tried and tested method, make sure to go into a 900 followed by a revert, followed by a manual, and then start doing hand flips. I've already got the base score at over 14,000 points, so now it's just a case of working on the multiplier, because every one of these hand flips now is effectively giving me an extra 15,000 points. So I'm just going to keep this going as long as possible. And as always, with doing hand flips, make sure when you lose the balance meter, you lose it at the top. And there we go. Job done. Right, onto the cash, and there are 5 bundles to get your hands on this level. So when you get to this section here, again heading up this hill section here. Now when I get to the top here, I want to go into a grind and follow this grind all the way around, because that is the first lot of cash right there. And yeah, I don't make a very good landing there, but it's all good. So moving on, heading up this way. And when I get to the section up here, I do want to make sure that I have that special meter at the top there, because the next jump is another high one, and it's right over here. So just going to turn on the skater, and yeah, it's right there. Okay, now from here, you get to this section here, you can either go through that entranceway there, or the easier way, just jump over that railing, get you onto this section, because the last 3 cash bundles are all fairly nearby here. So just want onto this roof section, and the third one is right over there. So a grind will take care of that nicely. Just need to get off that roof section now. And the 4th bundle is right up here. So there is a ramp there, so nice easy affair to get that one. And the last one is just at the side of this building over here. You need to do a jump followed by a grind, and that will get the 5th cash bundle. Job done. Right, in order to get the Iron Galaxy logo, you want to get yourself to the top roof section. And these 3 areas that I go through are the easiest way to get there. Now, when you get to the top, you're looking for this area here, because this is the start of this crazy ass loop-the-loop. And at the end of it, you've got to do a jump. Now, don't worry if you don't get it the first time, it just starts you back where you can make another attempt. And for me here, unfortunately, it's going to be 3rd time lucky, hopefully. Yep, there we go. Job done. Right then, moving on to the hidden deck. And this particular deck is in an area that I've already been to. In fact, the very last stat point that I picked up at the beginning of the video, I have to do the same method in order to get the hidden deck, because it's basically an extra step. So from here, I want to get this big jump into a grind, jump over for a grind there, and then another jump to finally get the hidden deck. Right, last item is the Panda Plushie. Need to get to the top roof section in order to get this started. This is one of the more difficult Panda Plushies to get your hands on. I'm going to do a grind down here, onto another grind, then I need to jump off and make sure that I angle the skater so that he lands on that section. Not easy. And the Panda Plushie is right there. And there we go, folks. That is Alcatraz well and truly taken care of. As always, thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care.